No program is complete without proper nutrition. Training is only half of the battle. What you do in the kitchen can make or break the results you see in the gym. The Shortcut to Size program gives you a complete nutrition plan so you can get the best results. When following the Shortcut to Size program, you'll be eating about 7 to 9 meals each day, depending on whether it's a workout day or a rest day. The number of calories you want to eat per day when building mass is about 20 calories per pound of body weight on workout days, and you can lower that down to about 17 or 18 calories per pound of body weight on rest days. These calories should come from quality sources of carbohydrates, protein, and fat, which are the 3 main macronutrients. Macronutrients are basically used in the body either as a fuel source, such as fats and carbohydrates, or as building blocks, such as with protein. Micronutrients, on the other hand, act as cofactors to help those nutrients get used, whether it's for fuel or for building muscle. You'll get the majority of your micronutrients through the well-balanced diet that the Shortcut to Size nutrition plan provides you. But you'll also want to add extra micronutrients from a multivitamin each day. Now we'll get more specifically into the macronutrient breakdown. Protein. It's critical for both building muscle as well as an energy source. When building muscle mass, you should be shooting for a minimum of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. During the Shortcut to Size program, I actually suggest you eat about 1.5 grams and even closer to 2 grams on certain days to really maximize muscle growth. More protein does equate to more muscle mass to a certain degree. You could only utilize so much protein. But protein is not all about building muscle. You also need protein as an energy source. So any excess protein that you're taking in that's not going to muscle building will be used for energy, and that'll ensure that you're getting an adequate amount of protein for both building muscle and for providing your body the energy you need during the tough workouts. On training days, you get a little more protein because in addition to the regular meals you're having throughout the day, you also have a pre and a post-workout shake. So that adds up to a bit more protein. The protein sources that you should focus on during the day are lean animal proteins, such as beef, chicken, fish, eggs, and dairy, like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, because these provide complete proteins. A complete protein is a protein that provides all the essential amino acids your body needs. Those are the amino acids that your body can't make on its own, so it needs it from the diet. And that's going to ensure that you're getting in the aminos you need to maximize muscle growth. In addition to these whole food protein sources, you also want to be using a whey protein at certain times of day. Obviously, you want to take whey protein before and after workouts, but I've also incorporated a whey protein shake the first thing in the morning when you wake up. Again, this is because whey protein is a very fast digesting protein, and after fasting throughout the night, you need to get amino acids to your muscles as fast as possible. Whey protein is the way to go at that time. So on training days, the pre and post workout shakes make up the additional 2 meals that you'll be getting on those days, which increases your total protein intake for that day. Carbohydrates are the body's preferred energy source, particularly during workouts. During the Shortcut to Size program, on rest days, you'll be consuming about 1.5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight, While on workout days, since you'll also have a slow digesting carbohydrate before the workout and a fast digesting carbohydrate after the workout, that total is going to bump up to about 2 grams of carbohydrates per pound of body weight. Carbohydrates can be broken down into 2 main categories. There's low glycemic or slow digesting carbohydrates and high glycemic or fast digesting carbohydrates. The low glycemic or slow carbs basically enter your body or your blood system slower, so you get less of a glucose and an insulin spike. The high glycemic or fast carbs are obviously just the opposite. They are digested rapidly and you get the glucose from those carbohydrates into your bloodstream very quickly and in a big shot, which spikes insulin levels as well. So slow digesting carbs basically provide you a slow and steady source of long-lasting energy, whereas fast digesting carbs provide you a rapid shot of energy. For most of your meals throughout the day, you want to focus on the slow digesting or low glycemic carbs, such as fruits, whole grains, such as oatmeal, or whole wheat bread, or even whole wheat pasta, as well as sweet potatoes. This is because times of day when you're sitting around not being active, you want a carbohydrate that is not only going to provide you a slow and long-lasting energy source, but it's not going to spike insulin. Anytime you spike insulin, which happens when you consume a fast digesting carbohydrate, you increase your chance of storing body fat. So to stay lean while you're building muscle, the majority of your carbohydrates should come from slow digesting carbs. However, 2 times when you can't have fast digesting carbs are first thing when you wake up in the morning, right after you work out. When you wake up in the morning, you've basically been fasting the entire night. So if you get 7 or 8 hours of sleep, hopefully, you've been fasting for that long. When that happens, the amount of glycogen, which is a storage form of carbohydrate in your body that you hold in your liver, decreases throughout the night. When it gets to a certain level, it signals your body to start breaking down muscle tissue for fuel. So when you wake in the morning, not only do you want to get a whey protein shake, as I suggest, to stop that muscle breakdown, but you also want to get a carb source to your liver very quickly. So a fast digesting carb at this time is good because it'll get there quickly, that'll restock your liver glycogen levels, and that'll shut down your body breaking down muscle protein. Another time of day you want to get a fast digesting carb is right after you work out. During the workout, your body uses muscle glycogen as a major fuel source. So your glycogen levels for the muscles that you train are depleted. The best way to restore those glycogen levels and to enhance muscle recovery is to get a fast digesting carbohydrate right after you work out. This way you get those carbs right to the muscle, replenishes muscle glycogen, but also it spikes insulin levels. When you spike insulin levels at this time, insulin is a very anabolic hormone. At this time, it's not going to cause fat storing, but it will enhance muscle growth. Some examples of fast digesting carb sources include refined wheat products such as white bread. Another surprising source of fast digesting carbs are white potatoes. Most people don't realize this, but white potatoes are a fast digesting carbohydrate, while sweet potatoes, on the other hand, are very slow digesting. Other fast digesting carb sources, no surprise, are sugars. Table sugar is a perfect example, but also candies made with table sugar, or dextrose, or maltodextrin, such as gummy bears, Wonka pixie sticks, Wonka sweet tarts, These are made primarily with dextrose, which is the fastest digesting sugar you can have. There are also a few fruits that are on the fast digesting side. In a whole, most fruits are slow digesting, but there are certain tropical fruits that digest a bit faster, such as cantaloupe. So I often recommend having cantaloupe in the morning because it's both a fruit, but it's also a fast digesting fruit. Fats are also known as lipids, and their main function in the body is to provide an energy source. In addition to energy, fats also provide numerous other benefits in the body. The essential omega-3 fats, for example, can aid heart health, as well as joint recovery, and can even aid fat loss. Saturated fats also provide a benefit. Research shows that athletes who consume a higher intake of saturated fats, as well as monounsaturated fats, actually have higher testosterone levels. So fat intake is critical to keep testosterone levels high, and for a male, that's important when you're trying to increase muscle size and strength. During the Shortcut to Size program, you want to be taking in about half a gram of fat per pound of body weight. So a 200-pound guy would eat about 100 grams. That equates to about 30% of your daily total calories in fat. Fat intake on the Shortcut to Size program is lower than carb and protein intake because fat is a calorically dense macronutrient. A gram of fat provides about 9 calories, whereas a gram of carbohydrate only provide about 4. Good sources of omega-3 fats are salmon, tuna, sardines are also good, and even anchovies. Good sources of monounsaturated fats are nuts, as well as olive oil, avocados, and you also want to get in some saturated fats because they help promote testosterone levels. Good sources of saturated fats include beef. We've made it easy for you by providing you complete meal plans, and that includes the macronutrients and total calories that you'll need each day on the page below. One more thing, I want to give you some tips to make your nutrition plan even more successful. One tip that a lot of people find helpful is to cook your meals in bulk. In other words, cook a bunch of meals at one time and then store them in the fridge. Then you have several days worth of meals at your fingertips. You take them out, bring them with you wherever you go. All you have to do is reheat them, and you've got the precise meal that you need at the exact time. Also consider getting yourself a cooler bag. This way you can pack up your meals and take them with you on the go. You won't be tempted to cheat on your diet. Also consider buying a variety of protein bars and ready-to-drink protein shakes. You can leave these in your car, at your desk at work, or carry on you. That way, if you can't make a meal, you've always got a replacement that's good quality protein and carbohydrates and fits within the diet. That's your Shortcut to Size nutrition program. Be sure to use the macronutrient calculators provided on the page below. And don't forget to watch the other episodes before you start the program.